morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. I'm Ollie O'Donnell. I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Paul, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well, and exciting day too.
Very good. We've just come straight out of a catch up with Dev Randawa from F3 Uranium. F3 being the third project or company out of this team, which has had a lot of success in discovering uranium projects in the Athabasca Basin. Obviously, Fission Uranium just sold to Paladin, and today news of a new discovery at the F3 project. So, Paul, do you want to take us through the news?
Yes, that's right. Just newly released before the Canadian Open, the market open as well. Hole number is 205 on the Broach Lake project area of them. This is a new discovery, apparently in an area about 12 kilometers south of the pre-existing discovery they had made up by the called the J zone or JR zone, and they're calling or they haven't given this one a formal name yet, but the importance of it is these are scintillometer counts now, and the assays aren't yet released for this hole. But the key point here is from the core, a 23.5 meter interval with radioactivity peaks up to 37,000 counts per second, and this interval, as I say, about 23 meters in thickness. It's 400, just to lend some further information on this particular hole. It is a follow up on some mineralization where they were looking for or drilling off a conductor or evident conductor that they had in geophysics. Now, this discovery, however, it is not in relation to that geophysical conductor they thought they had. This is actually about 200 meters below that, down in the orthogneiss and below the unconformity. Depth of mineralization about 400 meters or so. So they do have a follow-up hole that they are planning in order to essentially discover two things. What is the controlling structure on this, and is it related to the geophysical conductor that they think they have there? And second of all, just where might this mineralization come up dip to the unconformity, as that is where the truly enriched ore bodies of the Athabasca Basin are, is at the unconformity. So really exciting here at this point. Just to keep in mind, on behalf of laymen, when you're 400 meters down, you're essentially looking for a target which is about the size of a city bus, and it is about 2 blocks or city blocks away that you're targeting. Now, this kind of mineralization is going to be in the percent to perhaps tens of percent. And just to keep that, each 1% of uranium grade is about between half an ounce and 3/4 of an ounce gold equivalent. So very small deposits are very high in value. So that's what they're targeting here.
Yeah, and because you've got that high value, it's you can make the engineering work to actually extract the ore at that kind of depth, and the Fission team has shown that they can produce economic projects over the last decade or so. So a lot of this is backing that team and its technical success. Share price is now down about sort of 19 cents. It was over 50 while the uranium price was above 100 early last year. So valuations pulled back somewhat on general macro sentiment. So more attractive valuation, but now with the discovery. Moving on, Paul, we've also got some quarterly updates. Atalaya, cod producer in Spain.
Yes, that's right. Atalaya Mining, their Q1 operations update there for Rio Tinto. Copper production in the first quarter was 14,300 tons. That's a good 4,000 tons more than what they had produced in the first quarter of Q1. And it is about 2,000 or more than 2,000 tons more than the fourth quarter of 2024. So a nice boost in in production there of total copper. Also, copper grade came up a little bit too. In Q1 of 24, it was 0.34, and at the quarter four, it was at 0.41%. But in this particular quarter, 0.42% copper in the first quarter of 2025. Copper recovery did fall off, though, from the first quarter of 24 by about 3.5%. It's down to just shy of 81% in copper recovery, but that is still at least 2 points better than it was in the fourth quarter. So the company also getting the boost from the copper price as well, playing out average spot copper was at $4.24, and what they sold their copper for was $4.26 a pound. So very good performance here evident in Atalaya's Q1 production.
Yes, and obviously only Q1, so no changes to guidance on any front, production or costings. Anything else, Paul?
Real quickly to also mention, we had a statement out from Greatland Gold on following their Q1 production statement yesterday. They released today a new two-year plan on the development or combined development of the operating Telfer mine and the local nearby Havieron gold operation. Some key points from that there in Australia is the new plan is to bridge the production gap that they had evident in the current plan of about 18 months or so by first of all treating low-grade stockpiles at Telfer sooner in the sequence here now. And that would bring about, though the grades are lower, of course, being stockpiled, or the big boost in the gold price makes that appropriate, as well as the timing sequencing of bringing Havieron online in 2028. The other thing is Havieron is now going in feasibility study is designed for production in excess of 4 million tons per annum versus the current 2.5 million tons per annum. Now, all-in sustaining costs will rise over the next 2 years over what has been previously forecast, and that because it's lower grade and higher tonnage. But by the same token, the much higher gold prices and the improved copper price as well will make it worthwhile to sustain production rates in excess of 260,000 ounces of gold in both of these years for the company.
Very good. All right, Paul, thanks for your thoughts. We'll be back tomorrow.
Very good. See you then.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.